Hello, me again. Me in my nice knitted hat that I did myself. I knitted this myself. With my new lockdown hobby, knitting. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying the knitting. I think I'm getting quite good at it. I managed to make this hat, so yeah. Today I'm starting on John's hat, which is going to be done with the red brim. So this bit here is going to be red, and then the body, which is this bit here, is going to be a nice black. So, but this is quite thick wool, quite thick yarn. 100% sheep's wool this is, apparently. I've not worked with any yarns this thick before. Usually I work with the thinner yarns. So it's going to be interesting. Because I'm trying to figure out on the loom how many loops I'll need to get a good, I think maybe only 2, maybe 3. It's quite thick yarn. So yeah, probably about 3 to be on the safe side. But yeah, basically I just did this hat with the E-wrap stitch. And I'm doing the same with John's hat. It's the most easiest stitch. If I can get this to the camera properly, I'll try and show you. I need a proper webcam. But yeah, I've anchored my wool on the anchor, like that, and then to E-wrap, you basically you have to cross over. I'm doing it the wrong way. Basically, you have to cross over on the inside, and it looks like a kind of cursive E. So, yeah. So, not very good at this. So you wrap round there, and where the wool crosses over will be on the inside of the loom. So you end up with a nice line of wool, of yarn, right round the inside of the loom. So yeah, that's the E-stitch. It's really easy to do. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. I'm getting started on John's hat. It's been a bit tricky doing anything the last few days because I've had issues with my hands. I've been having muscle spasms, which seem to have calmed down now. And I've had numbness and pins and needles in my fingers and hands, which that's calmed down a little, but these fingers here, little finger, that finger, still quite numb. I can't feel them. It's very weird. I don't know whether that's a fibromyalgia symptom or a weird Marfan nerve symptom or a heart symptom or a circulation issue. I don't know. I have so many things going on with my health that it's kind of like luck of the draw as to which one that is causing the problem. So it could be the fibro, the Marfan, could be the osteoarthritis. And of course, I have comorbids that go along with all of those things. So it could be anything really. So I've been trying not to worry about it too much. because I get very anxious around issues with my health. And then, of course, the anxiety symptoms kick in, and that doesn't help with the health issues because that only exacerbates them. So it's a bit of a vicious circle, really. But it seems to be calming down. So hopefully it is just a weird fibro thing going on. So yeah, hopefully it's all good. If it doesn't go away totally though, I'm going to be seeing my doctor and get that looked at, because yeah, I don't want my hands to stop working because that would be terrible. I've already got one eye that's stopped working and the other one's slowly following it, so I don't want to be blind and handless, you know, because that would be make life really difficult, and life's tricky enough, you know. But yeah, I'm just doing this video to sort of catch up and rant a little bit, and because I'm bored out of my little brain. I've been sat around in the flat for months waiting for this lockdown to end. But in that time though, I've managed to learn how to use the OBS software on the computer. I got my new computer, nice little all-in-one HP, which is perfect for what I need, really. The camera on it is a bit naff, but it's working for now. I've managed to kick off my gaming videos on YouTube, and I've done a little bit of live streaming. And as you can see in the top corner, my Chronically Suki logo, I've managed to figure out how to put that on my videos through the OBS software. So I'm learning that quite well. I've got quite good with the OBS. There's still a few things I'm a bit shaky on and I still need to learn. But yeah, it's been fun learning it. Half the time I don't know my ass from my elbow with it. And I've just learned by clicking on the thingamajigs and doohickeys until I get the result I want. That's kind of how I learn. You know, we just click on that, hope for the best. Hopefully the world won't explode. But yeah, it's been fun learning it, and I think that it's going to help with my video production on YouTube. So yeah, so you might be seeing a bit more stuff on the videos. I don't want to go too crazy with loads of animations and scenes and all that kind of stuff, because I want to keep my videos, especially my vlogs, I want to keep them real, if that makes sense. So I don't want loads of fancy editing and fanciness on them, because let's face it, real life ain't all that fancy, and you can't edit things out of real life that you don't like or that you're not happy with. So if I want to keep my videos real, why should I edit things out? Why should I edit out mistakes that I've made in the videos? Why should I edit out my, you know, disabilities and stuff like that, you know, because a lot of the mistakes I make are down to my disabilities, you know, and I own that. I own the fact that I struggle with communication. I own the fact that sometimes wires get crossed and sometimes I accidentally offend people because I've accidentally used the wrong tone or the wrong context or the wrong words. And that's all down to my disability, down to my autism and my issues with communication, and also down to my cognitive and memory issues. Also, I have issues with my speech, so sometimes I struggle with that. So why should I edit any of that out? Because that is real. My disability is real. So why should I edit that out? I know a lot of YouTubers do that, but my disabilities are part of me, so I'm not going to edit that out. So I won't be going too crazy with the editing, just, you know, the logo. I keep pointing. See, because the logo for me, well, the way I'm looking at the screen is on this side, but on the video it's on that side, so that confuses me because it's sort of reversed. But yeah, that's something to get used to. Because usually I used to do all my videos on my phone, which, there's my phone. So I used to do all my videos on this, you know, but now I have the computer, it's much easier, and I've got my eye on a nice little camera with a tripod that I can sit on my desk. So hopefully I can move around with it and do close-ups on things, because I'm hoping to do a tutorial on how to make a hat on a loom. I'm hoping to do that at some point, just to show you what I've learned, and just to show people that doesn't matter what kind of disability you've got, there are ways that you can do things that you want to do. I mean, because when I was younger, I was always told, oh, you can't do that because of your disabilities, you can't do this because of your disabilities, you won't succeed in life because of your disabilities. And when you're told that from a very young age, you grow up believing it, and then it is very hard to get out of that mindset. And it's only the past couple of years that I had some counselling and therapy and stuff like that, and it will help me to see that you don't need to be in that mindset. You can create your own mindset. You can be who you want to be. You just need to put your mind to it. And I've learned that if you adapt, you can either adapt yourself or adapt things, objects, or situations to you. And that's what I've been learning the past couple of years. And I've actually learned that, hey, hang on a minute, I can do this stuff. I can write, I can do poetry if I want, you know? Which I've always been into, kind of like poetry, photography, all those kinds of things, and always been told, no, you can't do that because of your disability. I was told that I won't be able to do poetry because I have dyslexia, so things that rhyme I won't get, because with dyslexia you have issues with understanding onomatopoeic words, understanding obviously grammar, you struggle with handwriting, spelling, all those kinds of things. And then of course with the autism on top, and the communication difficulties with that struggle to understand things like sarcasm sometimes. You know, there's all sorts of stuff that would, on the face of it, on the outside, that would seem to stop someone with autism and dyslexia from pursuing poetry or any kind of writing. So I was always told that when I was younger, that you won't be able to do this. You know, you can't even handwrite. You struggle with typing. And yeah, okay, if you put me next to an able-bodied person, someone who doesn't have autism or dyslexia, they're probably going to write their poem a lot faster than I do. You know, that's fair, but I don't need to be as fast as them. I just need to do it in my own time, you know, and that's what I do. I do it in my own time, at my own speed, and then of course computers now and phones have spell check. So, you know, and when I struggle, even if the spell check doesn't know, you know, if there's a word I've spelled so badly that the spell check's sort of like, hang on a minute, what language is this? You know, I just ask my partner for the spelling, and he helps with that. So, you know, there's ways around it. So basically, if you have disabilities and you want to try these things, give them a try. You know, don't let people tell you you can't because of your disability. Figure out a way of doing it, so that, you know, I'm trying to think of the correct way to say it now. Think of a way to adapt to it or adapt it to you. So like me with the knitting, if you have disabilities in your hand and you struggle to hold things like the loom hooks or crochet hooks for long periods of time because they're so thin and small, for long periods of time, I start getting cramps in my hands, so I have to stop a couple of minutes of doing it and then rest. So I do one row, have a quick rest for a minute, and then I'll do another row, have a rest, you know. So if you struggle holding things like that, there's also things you can get. You can either buy the ergonomic handles, the hooks with the bigger, thicker, longer ergonomic handles to hold, or if you go to your mobility shops, then you can buy things, these little things that I think they're like rubber and they look like tubes, or they're foam, and you slide it over the handle and it makes it bigger and grippier, if that makes sense. Yeah, so, you know, there are ways around it. But yeah, so don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something because of your disability. And if people do tell you that, just use that as a fuel. Just use that as a reason to show them that you can do it. Do it despite them. I know that sounds a bit funny, but that's the way I am. If someone tells me I can't do something because I'm disabled, I will go and do it just to spite them and to prove them wrong, even if I'm not interested in the thing that they've said that I can't do. I'll go and do it, and I will succeed at it, and then I'll rub their face in it. You know, that's the way I am. Because if people are going to be disrespectful to me, then, you know, I'm going to be disrespectful back to them. That's the way I am. I treat people how they treat me. So if there's anyone out there that isn't happy with the way I've treated them, maybe look at the way you've treated me, you know. But yeah, I think I've ranted on for a bit actually. I've got to sort this out for John. But yeah, so that's what I'm up to in lockdown at the moment, and still waiting for the 30th of June, which isn't very far away actually. I think it's 2 weeks away. I don't actually know what date it is today. Let me check. Oh, it's 22nd today. Yeah, so what, next week? Tuesday next week. So yes, that is when the lockdown is over for me, unless within the next week they send me a message saying, well, actually we've extended it. And if that happens, I'm probably going to lose my marbles entirely. So yeah, hopefully they won't, because at the moment they've reopened a lot of cafes, restaurants, shops, town centres are all open again, obviously with social distancing, but they're on about lowering the 2 metre rule to a 1 metre rule, which I think, to be honest, is a bit dangerous. So I'm just going to keep to the 2 metre, I think, just to be on the safe side. And obviously on public transport we've all got to wear masks, but I should say as well actually, if you're on public transport and you see someone not wearing a mask, it is because due to their disability they are exempt. There are certain disabilities where wearing a mask will hinder the person or endanger the person's health. So there are some people that are exempt, so don't go jumping down anyone's throat because they're not wearing a mask on public transport, you know. There has been a few cases of that happening recently, attacking disabled people because they're not wearing a mask. We don't want any of that. That needs to stop. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And keep in mind as well, a lot of stories I've seen as well, blind people and their blind dogs. Obviously blind people, they can't see distance because they can't see. I mean, me myself, I struggle a little bit with distance and depth, and spatial sort of, it's not, they call it spatial awareness, but I'm aware that there's space there, I'm just not sure how big that space is because I can't see properly. And obviously with the peripheral vision, so anything around, I can't see. Frontwards, I can see everything going on in front of me. Anything over here or over here, up here, down here, I can't see. So, you know, you've got to think people with sight issues and blindness, they can't see distance. So be wary, and also their guide dogs do not understand the social distancing rules. Their guide dogs aren't trained on that. Their guide dogs aren't trained to keep distance from humans. Their guide dogs are trained to help them get from point A to point B safely, right? So avoiding obstacles, stuff like that, you know. So they're not trained on social distancing, and blind people or sight impaired people can't always see the distance. So when out and about, if you see a blind person, you have to make the effort and you have to make sure you're keeping your distance from them. Okay, so be wary of that as well, because I've also seen a lot of stories as well of blind people being attacked and abuse held at them because they've come too close to someone. Okay, so that's another thing that we have to be wary of. But yeah, so I think that's it for this video, to be honest. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll be doing some more videos. Hopefully today or tomorrow I'll be doing another gaming video. Maybe, I don't know, some more Minecraft or Borderlands or something. I'm not sure. I'm planning on doing a few gaming videos, and I've got a few in the works of being edited, so we'll see whichever one's finished first will be up. You know, I don't plan these things, they just happen, you know. So, but yeah, keep an eye out on my channel for some more gaming videos and stuff in the next few days. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you all later. Bye bye.